Hello and welcome to tonight's video. The time is now almost 7 p.m. I'm tired, I've just come from work. I'm actually not in the mood for very much. But we are hungry and we do need to eat. I was very tempted to buy takeouts on the way from work, but I decided against it because it's cold and I felt like something a bit more hearty and more wholesome, you know, for winter. So tonight, as you can see, we have a reduced number of ingredients. Firstly, because we're only doing one meal tonight, which is a first for our video, or a first for our channel. And also because we're gonna speed cook this. We're gonna see how quickly can we cook this meal in. We're gonna try for under 20 minutes. So let's see if that's possible. So tonight we're doing a mince curry. I think it's really possible to do it in under 20 minutes. So we've got our mince or our ground beef, depending on where you are in the world and what you call it. We have 2 potatoes, we have our spice mix, we have some coriander, some peas, and as per usual, our onion and tomato mix. I think I need to change into something a bit more cooking friendly, and then we can begin the process. Okay, so it's 19:02 at the moment. We need to test if our pan is hot. And there you go. That's the sound you want to hear. And I know it sounds like a simple thing, but you know, our videos are all about saving time. You know the usual. Put the tomatoes in, spices, get the paste. And then we add our mince. Now the reason I emphasized testing that the pan is actually hot is because, you know, our videos are all about saving time. And often, a big mistake people tend to make is they tend to say, well, I'm in a hurry, I don't have time. But the problem you have is, if you're saying I'm in a hurry and I don't have time, and you just come, switch your stove on and start cooking, you're going to cook in a cold pan. And that is shooting yourself in the foot, because had you taken 1 minute or 30 seconds extra and waited for that pan to actually heat up, at the end of the day, you're going to save yourself possibly 5 to 10 minutes cooking time. And although that doesn't sound like a hell of a lot of time, it actually is if you're speed cooking the way we are, but still producing wholesome meals. Okay, so this is a very quick meal. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cover this so that I can cook now. But at the same time, I'm going to boil my water because we need to start with the potatoes, because the mince is going to cook down very quickly. So the trick with potatoes is that obviously we're trying to cook quite quickly. So in order to do that, they need to be quite small. But that's not the only reason they're small. I mean, if you look at mince compared to chops or chicken or any other form of protein, the consistency is very different. So you can't have huge potatoes in a meal like this. So it's ideal to have it as small as possible. So the water's boiled, and we're going to add it to our potatoes. And we're going to pop these in the microwave, as always, for about 8 minutes. So as you can see, our potatoes are in the microwave. We have one lonesome ingredient left. I mean, we're virtually there, and we're 7 minutes into this whole video, which is absolutely incredible. And at this point in time, I actually have a couple minutes because I'm actually standing here and I don't really have anything to do at this point in time. So maybe let me tell you something interesting. I worked with a lady many years ago, and she used to sit on a Monday during working hours, and she used to sit with all the various menus for all the takeout restaurants. And I found this quite fascinating. I was interested and I actually had a chat to her about it. And I said, what are you doing? Because you do this every Monday. And she said, you know what? My husband and I both work and we just don't have the time to come home in the evening and cook something. I mean, we leave when it's dark, we come home when it's dark, and there's just no time to do anything. And so she said to me, what I'm doing is I'm selecting a different takeout meal for the 5 days of the working week. And I said, that's an interesting concept. I can actually relate to that as well, because I have a similar lifestyle and that there's not enough time to come home and prepare, you know, a full-on meal. And that actually got me thinking, and you know, we look at our lifestyle and there's a place in the world for everyone. So you get your people who will say takeout is the way to go because it's time saving and it could even be cost effective if you're a small number of people. But you know, there's also a place in the world for the people who enjoy their home cooked meals. So if you look at the concepts like your fit chefs, for example, so they prepare the meals and these meals get delivered to your office, for example. So those are for the health conscious people. Then you get other people who prepare meals as well, normal home cooking. So they cook in bulk, they package it, and you can order from them and they would deliver it to you, or you can pick it up on your way from work. And I think that's the category I sort of fall into, in that we have this dire need for home cooked meals. And that's where this whole sort of concept stemmed from, where we want the home cooked meals, but we really just don't have the time to stand or to be in the kitchen for hours on end. So we need to improvise. But you don't want to lose that quality. You still want that wholesome effect where your family still feel loved, if you wish. You know, they still feel like, wow, they look forward to dinner, you know, because dinner is a big thing for a lot of families. So there are little things that you can do. You know, we've mentioned this in all our videos before. The potatoes, the rice in the microwave, making sure that pan is hot before you start cooking. You will really, really regret it if you don't do that. You're going to end up spending far more time in the kitchen than you have to. And you know, often I speak to people and a lot of people will complain, I hate cooking. And I say, but why do you hate cooking that much? Because it's a chore, they tell me. Because I don't have the time. Because it's annoying. And if you can just try to implement these little strategies, these little small hacks that we're providing you with, maybe you can change your mind on the topic. I actually think we should add the peas now, considering we're waiting for the potatoes. We've got 3 minutes left for the potatoes, so let's add our peas in the interim. And we simmer that through. So as you can see, our plate is ready for us to plate the meal. We still have time left on the microwave, so I've actually just checked my emails to see if there's anything else going on. So we're just checking on what's happening here, and our potatoes are almost done. So we're almost ready to combine everything. Let's just give it a stir through. And just a top tip here, if you weren't adding the potatoes, you could be adding mushrooms, chopped mushrooms to this, or broad beans, and that would just have reduced the time even more. We're just being fancy. We're trying to make it as wholesome as possible, so we're going the traditional route by adding potatoes and peas. Yeah. So I'm removing the potato from the microwave and adding that straight into the mix. Let's just combine everything so it can have a final simmer through. almost ready to eat. Now switching off the stove. Time check is now 19:20. And we've done it. A meal in 20 minutes. But it could have been faster. I mean, I checked my emails. I gave you a little bit of a talk on certain things because I had free time. We have store-bought roti over here. I mean, for the purists out there, or if you have the talent, you're more than welcome to make it from scratch. But in the interest of time and for what we're trying to achieve here, I've just bought it and these are readily available. So I'm going to plate. And there you have it, mince curry and roti in 20 minutes flat. Thank you for watching our video. We hope we've helped some moms and dads out there, some busy people, some stressed people, to change their minds on the cooking process. We hope our tips are helping you, so maybe you can comment and give us some feedback on that. Please subscribe to our video and see you next time.